What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, rocking it, undisclosed location. Can't tell you what I'm doing. All I can say is it is epic and it is going really well. Anyway, want to get to y'all about pre-workouts for women. Okay, now the thing is, a lot of people think women need different pre-workouts than men. And while I think there might be some differences, we could generally use the same pre-workouts as we use for men and simply modify some things for women. So there's a little difference between what men and women should take. One thing you need to do is account for the weight of a woman. Now, a woman tends to weigh less than males and cannot, nor should they, take as many stimulants as males. Thus, the key is to half the dose. If it calls for 2 total scoops, we should always go to 1 total scoop. So instead of a 2 scoop serving, go to 1 half dose. And then if it is well tolerated, work your way up to the 2 scoops if the woman can tolerate the stimulant dosages in there. So a lot of it's caffeine, also other things like higenamine and things like that, and other stimulants that might have some issues for women as far as stimulants. And one reason for this is going to be stomach discomfort, mainly caused by stimulants and an overload of caffeine in today's pre-workouts. Now, one way to get around that and still get a dose of caffeine that will give you a kick in the pants is to go for a product called Infinergy. Now, that's something that I put in MTS Nutrition Ruckus, because not only is it a more sustained release of caffeine where it's not going to cause you to have that big jolt and crash at the end of your workout, it's a nice slow release, nice easy going caffeine, which will give you that big jolt, big workout boom. Yet it won't mess you up for the rest of the day. It won't mess you up during your workout, and it won't make you poop your pants. A lot of women, a lot of men I know, get issues from taking straight caffeine. A lot of pre-workouts, due to their lack of knowledge on how to formulate things, make people poop due to the vast amounts of caffeine. Now, by using something like Infinergy, you're getting around those issues, because what Infinergy is it's a bonded ionic bond of caffeine and malic acid. Another thing is creatine. A lot of women think that creatine, makes you gain water, makes you bloated, which is all not really that true. But for some women, seeing that gain on the scale is not a good thing. And if it does cause some intracellular water retention, that's not a great thing. However, what creatine does, it supplies energy to all human body cells, which can improve power output, promotes lean mass and strength gains, help to mitigate performance fatigue during activities requiring muscular endurance, increases the body's water content, hence the weight gain, which minimizes instances of performance-related issues due to dehydration. Now, one way to get around that, one of the main things that creatine does to cause these benefits is it increases ATP. What I did in MTS Nutrition Ruckus is I kept creatine out so women and men alike who don't like that water gain from creatine and have perceived issues of side effects due to creatine, they can always add creatine. You can always add Ethitech creatine for $10. It's $10 for a 300-gram bottle of Ethitech Nutrition Creatine. So if you want to have the ATP and you want to add your creatine on your own at the dose you choose, go with Elevate ATP. It increases ATP without the use of creatine. And it will give you all the benefits of ATP with none of the perceived side effects of creatine. So that's one thing that I am going to recommend. Another issue is testosterone-like side effects. Now, some pre-workouts do have natural testosterone boosters. I believe that Betancourt has it. I believe that BSN used to have a product which had DAA and stuff. Now, D-aspartic acid, when taken by women, since it's endogenous, will not cause virilization effects. However, none of the products sold at Tiger Fitness cause any issues with hormones, any of the pre-workouts in women. But if you're looking out, just don't get a test boosting pre-workout. I know Man Sports has one with Pep Test, and that's something to look at. Another thing is nutrients. Like men, women need substrate. If you've gone over 2-3 hours without substrate, without a meal, I would recommend for women who want to power through workouts. I've seen women do multiple sets and reps of lunges to get in the carb 10. Now, I recommend 1 scoop mixed with your pre-workout And that will give you that benefit of having carbs in your system, be that it has very low to little to no insulin spike. You're going to have sustained energy and you're going to feel good, and it's going to make your muscles feel nice and full. So the pre-workout I recommend, obviously I wouldn't make something I don't recommend. So I'm going to recommend for a woman, a good starter pre-workout to get going is Ruckus. If you take 1 scoop of that, that is 150 milligrams of sustained released Infinergy caffeine, which will not cause that gut bomb. And it does not have creatine. So if you choose not to take creatine, it has the L of ATP in it. So you get all the benefits of the ATP without the use of creatine. And it's a great clean pre-workout, and it doesn't have beta alanine, so you're not going to get the tinglies that will scare some women away. It's called paresthesis. Usually goes away after 2 to 3 weeks, but by that time the woman has ceased use of the pre-workout. There's 5 different flavors of Ruckus. Right now, I'm really fond of the green apple. That's what I have with me right now at my remote location. That's what I'm going to recommend. Anyway, guys, I'm going to link the article of this down below. So you can go ahead and you can take a look at it if you want to reference it, if you lost anything within this. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for supporting us. Ruckus is on the market now. Bring the motherfucking Ruckus. I'm Marc Lobliner, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com. CEO MTS Nutrition, saying that being a woman and still wanting to make all the gains that men make, that's not a game.